Hello, how you doing? And welcome to Madagascar Escape to Africa. The movie begins with a young Alex and his dad Suba chilling. Suba is trying to teach Alex how to fight, but Alex is more interested in dancing. Another lion named Makunga shows up and challenges Suba for the Alpha Lion title. And during their battle, Alex gets taken by some hunters. Suba hears this and runs after them. When he reaches the truck, he tears the rope holding Alex's box in place. So when the truck turns, Alex's box falls off the truck, then falls down a cliff and lands in a river, which takes him all the way to New York. And somehow the box didn't break when falling down the cliff, and no water got into his box. Back in the present on the island where the gang got stuck in the first movie, the penguins have built their own plane using parts from a plane that crashed on the island. While in the air, both of the engines stop working, so they start to freefall, and during this freefall, Melman confesses that he loves Gloria, but she doesn't hear him since she was sleeping. But Alex and Marty hears him, and they give him the dirtiest look. They crash land somewhere in Africa, and the plane gets destroyed in the process. Almost right beside the plane crash, a tour bus drives by, and Alex, Gloria, Marty, and Melman run after it. Alex eventually catches up to it, but gets beaten by an old lady on the bus. When they all reunite again, they see a waterhole not far away with a bunch of animals around it, and they decide to go there. It is here Alex is reunited with his parents again, thanks to him having the same birthmark on his hand as his father. However, this birthmark is only shown in the second movie. You never see it in the first, and he has supposedly had it since birth. The next day, Alex has to compete in a ceremony to see if he can stay at the waterhole. Unfortunately, Alex thinks the ceremony is a dance fight and not a real fight, and also Makunga tricks Alex into picking the strongest and biggest lion there. He gets laid out and loses the fight, and Suba is forced to banish his own son, but he can't do it and gives up the role as Alpha Lion. So Makunga takes over as Alpha Lion and bans Alex from the waterhole for 1,000 years of life, whichever one comes last. Suba is very angry at Alex since he thought Alex could fight and says that Alex isn't even a real lion, which hurts Alex and he walks away. Alex meets up with everyone else at the plane rooms where neither Marty or Melman has had a good day. Marty has realized that the skill he thought made him special can be done by all the other zebras too, and Melman finds out he got the witch doctor disease and only has 48 hours left to live. And his day doesn't get better when he realizes that Gloria has a date with Motomoto later that night. Since Melman is jealous of Motomoto, he starts to argue with Gloria and they both walk away. And Alex accidentally says he can't tell Marty apart from the other zebras. This makes Marty mad and he also walks away. Meanwhile, the penguins hijack a bunch of tour buses to use these parts to repair the plane. And when they hijack the one that Alex ran after, they trick the tour guide into thinking he has hit one of the penguins, and when the tour guide goes out to check on him, the rest of the penguins steal the bus. When the tour guide stepped out of the bus, he didn't have his gun with him. But in every other scene for the rest of the movie, the gun is on his shoulder. All the passengers decide to go into the nearby jungle, and in there they meet some of the passengers from other tour buses the penguins have hijacked. The next morning, the water from the waterhole is gone, and Alex, who wants to redeem himself, volunteers to go and see what the problem is. Before going there, he makes up with Marty. Alex and Marty find out that the reason the waterhole is without water is because the people have built a dam. Mind you, they built this dam in one night. They get spotted by the people, Alex gets captured, and Marty goes back to get help. The people put Alex above a fire to cook and eventually eat, but before it starts getting cooked, Suba comes and saves him. For them to not be killed, Alex starts to dance, and after seeing that the people stop trying to kill them when Alex started dancing, Suba joins in on the dance. When they are done dancing, everyone starts cheering and applauding, but not for long, as one of them picks up the tour guide's gun and shoots at them. Right then, a metal basket drops from the sky, and they look up and see Marty and everyone else in their newly built plane. Alex and Suba jump into the basket, and because of some communication issues, they bash the basket into the dam, destroying it but also losing the basket. Back at the waterhole, water comes flowing, and so does the basket with Alex and Suba on it. When they reach land, Makunga tells them that they still aren't allowed to be at the waterhole. They give Makunga a man bag as a token of appreciation, and when they flip the basket, the old lady falls out. And she sees that Makunga has her purse, so she beats him and drags him away, which takes away his role as Alpha, so Alex and Suba take the role and become Alpha Lions. One of the penguins mirrors a bobblehead doll and takes the plane to Monte Carlo for their honeymoon, without Alex, Gloria, Marty, and Melman.